We're live. Hello, everybody. This is my subscriber hangout, my 600 hangout. You know, uh, it's been since I haven't had one of these since 400 subs. Of course, that was actually literally my only one, so I'm trying this again. It seemed to be a bit of a hit last time, so let's see how it works out this time. I'm going to just set this up so that I can look at the chat. Nothing but professionalism from my channel. You wouldn't expect that, would you? I mean, we were having a very interesting conversation before I set the broadcast to go live.
Started out talking about and then somehow moved from bearing to turfs.
Yeah.
And just there was a lot of in between.
To be fair, they're kind of equally disgusting. It says about one viewer at the moment, so right. I'm going
Hello,
to.
one.
Oh, shit. Gee, I can't even look at the chat yet. Okay. But I'm also going to put the link in the chat for anybody who wants to join. So just give me a minute to set this up. I totally should have done this better, but you know. What are you gonna do? Hindsight's 2020.
Hold on, I'll see if I can link. Do you want me to put a link on my Twitter to?
I mean, you can definitely do that. You can put the link to either the Hangout or the YouTube video.
Yeah, I was thinking just the YouTube video. Because as I said, I haven't been
the
so.
Oh, there we go. There's two people watching.
I don't know if the glory would want to is stalking me or not.
Yep, I've just gotta get yeah, I'm also eating at the same time, because that's how professionals do YouTube streams. Is they eat while they stream and make asses of themselves.
Drinking and vaping.
There we go. I have sent the link in the Hangout. All right, and it seems like yeah. So I can also get the links. You know what? Fuck it. I'm just going to send it from my phone. Oh, hello, vegan. All right.
Hello.
So now we've got 3 people in the Hangout. What's something that's been going on with you, vegan, that you think might be good for shooting the shit?
Nothing. I just been through some emotional issues. That's all.
Well, I mean, I know that you've been your mother has been letting you buy more feminine clothes now and helping you with the transition.
Oh yeah, she has been. But I'm with my dad now, and I keep thinking about what I'm doing with my life, and things like that.
Yeah, isn't your dad a bit less accepting of it too?
I mean, when we went to the island and just watched the dolphins, he kind of at first told me not to wear the skirt, but I decided to wear it anyways.
I mean, fuck the system.
Yeah.
No, but I mean, I've got to cheers some. Oh shit, I'm doing. See, I'm doing all the wrong shit because I'm distracted as all hell right now.
I'm just putting out a tweet.
Yep, I'm.
I need to really make a video, but I don't know what to make a video about. So,
Here we go, and I've got the link to the stream, and
I could talk about how Trump cares more about a piece of fabric called the flag than Puerto Rican lives.
I mean that is true. Yeah, fucking. I forget what the picture I tweeted out was. I'm looking at my Twitter now to find it. On my Twitter, I posted. It's this. It's clearly like this parody to like make fun of the white sports fans who think that kneeling for the flag is
I saw that.
horrible injustice. Yeah, It says an "I'm not racist or anything" guide exactly when, where, and how black people should be allowed to protest things by white sports fan. And then it says in quote here, and then there's like this quote that says, "A book that black people should be grateful for." The New York Times.
I remember I saw that. That was great.
Oh yeah, it's fucking awesome. I love shit like this. I mean, it makes it way more. It makes this way more enjoyable. Holy shit. I mean, honestly, I love memes that make fun of the right wing, especially when like the right wing gets super offended by it.
Yeah, I mean, so much for making fun of special snowflakes while not being special snowflakes.
Yeah.
I was thinking about me.
Oh yeah. Also, Trump cares about free speech unless black people protest.
Well, no, they're protesting so violently. It's so violent when they sit or kneel during the national anthem, even though that was literally the fucking tradition before the Department of Home Defense paid the millions of dollars to make it look more patriotic. They would literally be in the locker room when the national anthem played. I mean, Karl Marx is a Jew. Hey, Lexonimus, would you like to get in on this hangout? I mean, like I said, I posted the link in the chat for anybody who wants to join. It's not, you don't have to join, but, you can. It's optional. I'm not trying to tell you what to do. I'm not a Stalinist.
Is Christy Winter still a white femme? Because I've seen you hanging out with her, and I'm still a little confused about that whole Christy Winter white femme.
No, Christy Winters is a lib femme.
Yeah.
She's said some things that were very white feministy in the past. She's not a horrible person. She just sometimes says things that are just kind of like really throw me for a loop.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what kind of feminist says that Muslims are like, or says that banning the perk is a good fucking idea?
Well, the skeptic feminist before one of them shot the other one would say shit like
that. The skeptic feminists, though, were way more quote-unquote skeptic than feminist.
The skeptic community is not even skeptic.
Yeah, skeptic TM. Before I ever went on their channel, I mean, not before, but even though I went on their channel, I never was really like a fan of Russian Deadpool. I mean, I liked Heather, or as she was known, Dominatrix Ivy, Dominatrix Ivy, who was the one who got killed. she was probably the one that I was most friendly with, and it kind of hit hard when I had heard about what happened.
I can imagine.
I was friends with her on Facebook. I mean, I had interacted with her quite a bit. But, yeah. I mean, I'm not going to, like, start getting into it because honestly, I don't want to, like, get something wrong and then have someone, like, jump on me and be like, well, actually...
One of the reasons I didn't want to comment.
Yeah.
Honestly, I haven't seen any of their stuff, so I've only seen the Sargon Christie debate.
I've actually commented one time about why actually try to condemn the imperialist action, and then the fucking one of them came in there and started defending imperialism to like civilize the Muslims or some shit like that. They have weird way of making it sound good, you know.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing is that they try to make it sound like it's an actual like human rights like boon, but really what it is it's a nation state deciding that this is not good for us. We want to we want to spin this to our we want to spin this situation to our benefit. So we will literally invade you to keep the status quo. And to keep ourselves on top and to keep ourselves in power.
Yeah, and Saudi Arabia barely allows women to drive now. I don't even know if that decision is official.
I was really happy about that.
Oh yeah, remember Hillary is the icon of the feminist movement, despite her history with white supremacy and just general kind of shittiness.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, classism, yeah.
FTW always said skeptic feminism is a neo-Nazi to their control. That piece of shit lived in Clifton, Colorado, a neighborhood in Grand Junction, Colorado. I am in that area. We call it Spun Junction. I mean, they weren't. They weren't very great. Especially Russian Deadpool. He was probably the one that I liked the least. He kind of gave me the vibe of very controlling. Yeah, I agree. I mean, he just kind of killed his girlfriend. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know enough about the situation, but I can tell you that I'm not looking upon him favorably. But yeah, FTW all day. Would you like to join the chat? I mean, honestly, I'm trying to get more people in here so we can kind of get more subjects going. Because the more people you get in, the more rapid fire the conversation can be. Also, the fact that I'm eating right now means that I can't just keep up constant speech.
If anyone would like some depressing news, apparently Coca-Cola's been draining water supplies in Chiapas.
Shit.
Which is lovely.
Bad?
I think IGD retweeted a thing about that. I can't remember. Yeah. It was on a podcast. Didn't really say how Batista's in it briefly, but they didn't say specifically affected their communities. Obviously, it's still terrible regardless of whether it affects.
Yeah.
They would actually take any kind of that, considering their movement's largely based off And
I mean, yeah. Also, you got to remember that Coca-Cola is a private company and therefore takes part in it takes part in these it takes part in very like dubious shit.
oh yeah,
Let's
like
I mean,
the
I think I'm trying to remember what exactly it's linked to, but I mean, there's always this joke that goes around with like my friends where we refer to the Coca-Cola death squads.
I was about to mention. I was mentioning that, but fucking my mic wasn't working for some reason at the time. But yeah, like they would hire death squads and fucking like in either Central or like South America, and you would completely murder leftists and environmental activists. And there's an epidemic of environmentalist activism in Latin America just getting murdered.
Yeah. I mean, there's literally the fucking joke that a lot of ANCAPs like to do where they're like, oh, commies thrown out of a helicopter, Leo XD, DDD. Fucking, that, I mean, it's pretty obvious that, like, leftists kind of get murdered, or kind of got murdered by fascist dictators in Latin Europe, who I feel like it should be added, were kept in power by the actions of the United States intentionally to keep them in power because they were friendly to our interests, especially Pinochet in Chile. Yeah. Which that's also where they seem to get the helicopter joke from, is they're like, oh, yeah. They claim to be like against fascism, and they claim that communism is equal to fascism. But on the same hand, they praise a fascist dictator for killing communists, which I don't think.
Well, also that's not the only back. Oh,
I mean, I don't think that he actually killed communists by throwing them out of helicopters, but he did pretty systematically take anyone who kind of questioned him, which a lot of leftists, and they just kind of he systematically had them killed.
He also had him raped, and one musician he cut off all his fingers before killing him.
Yeah. Exactly. I mean, this was not a good person, but they praise him because, well, they're actually ANCAPs, so they don't actually care about human rights or anything like that.
Those are an SJW cultural Marxist agenda.
Yeah.
Like one of the things that baffles me is that they can themes like that and say, and then make those stupid political spectrums completely ignore like the authoritarian right and Nazism like right next to communism. Wait, what? What?
Yeah.
But they're
not the same goddamn thing.
Yeah, like it's not like communists want a stateless society or anything like that.
You know what? Liberating people from oppression and ethnic genocide or genocide based off of ethnicity. They're two sides of the same coin. They're just the same thing, different names. All right, so Pedro, I left the link below you and FTW at the bottom where I just put the link. If you click that link, it'll let you into the chat. I mean, this is about to get good having more people come into the chat. Your mobile suit savvy. I wish I know what you meant there.
People.
Surprisingly, though, people have been really accepting my non-binary trans feminist. Which is pretty good. I mean,
like I said, I've literally just blocked anybody who's been like a piece of shit about it.
Mm-hmm. No, I changed my comment policy, so now I just block people who just say like a transphobic or able to slur or some shit like that. I don't even care about their free speech anymore. The right doesn't give a shit about free speech. They've demonstrated that.
They say free speech, but they don't actually know what free speech means. Like, they'll
Trump actually trying to get Colin Kaepernick fired is a violation of free speech and federal law. But that's not what they're.
Also, another thing is that I'm assuming that this is referring to I think this is referring to the Pinochet regime. They went after teachers as well. Look into the Atlas Network. It is in Latin. Oh, it is the Latin American version of the Cato Institute, pushing Austrian School of Economics nonsense. Austrian economics. That's just.
Wait. Wasn't Pinochet more like supported by the Chicago school, which is different from the Austrian school?
It might not be related to Pinochet.
Because the Austrian schoolers and the Chicago schoolers are in this feud with each other, and these people hate each other.
Hey, Pedro.
There's even ANCAPs or Chicago schoolers, like David Friedman, like for example, who's the son of Milton Friedman, is a consequentialist ANCAP, one of the few that actually exists. Because consequentialism actually, ANCAPism would probably be like one of the worst societies you can imagine existing.
All right. So, by the way, Pedro, are you able to speak? Is your mic working?
Okay, we're good. Can y'all hear me?
Yes, we can.
Yep.
Cool. Any background noise?
Not really.
Okay. Okay, cool. We're good then in that case.
Shit. I mean, I've been spending so much time on Discord. It's nice to get involved with my YouTube channel again.
Yeah.
I get notification for Discord, but I never even bother interacting with Discord. I don't even see the point, honestly.
I just listened to the newest Proto-Martyr album came out today.
Ooh, how was it?
Nice.
It was amazing. It's like I've listened to like a lot of albums, right? I think it's like 2000 something. This is like my current greatest of all time. Like holy crap! Like
what's the name of the album?
I actually put it in the RIC, and I also put it in the music chat. So.
Oh shit! You just mentioned that it was a real thing. Now the whole world knows. We weren't supposed to ever publicly acknowledge it.
Oh well. Wait.
Like,
how is that the case? We used to have revolutionary hangouts. How is that, or whatever?
Well, no, revolutionary hangouts wasn't a thing created by the RIC. That was a personal thing.
It basically was, though.
We also had the late leftist thing, but that unfortunately died.
I think that's on hiatus.
I mean, the RIC. I mean, that was something that was personally for Jake, or that was something personally hosted by Jake. It wasn't really. The RIC got involved, but they didn't actually do it. But they weren't actually, RIC was essentially to try and get some YouTubers together to kind of talk about, YouTube stuff. And, not everybody there was a YouTuber, of course, but, now it's essentially been pushed to Discord instead of being.
Hold on. I'm having some sound issues. Give me a second.
All
right, there we go. I'm good. Yeah, I'm good. Okay, cool.
I'm muting my mic because there's a lot of background noises. Because I'm with my dad's and his family can make a lot of noise at this time.
Yeah. FTW all day said anarcho-capitalism is nothing more than nothing more than son of a bitch. My dyslexia is showing. Anarcho-capitalism is nothing more than another far-right attempt to subvert leftist ideology. I actually agree with that. I mean, even what's his name? Murray Rothbard himself said it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it'll be awesome to get because this shit becomes more rapid fire as it gets bigger. So, like, I mean, it's slow because, not as many people, like, joined as I expected. Like, the last time I had, like, a subscriber hangout, which was at 400 subs, like, I mean, I literally started the hangout off with, like, 8 people in one.
That's because there aren't that many people online right now. I was sitting in general for like an hour, and nobody showed up.
Yeah. Yeah, that was weird. Fucking Ben said that he's going to do it. He said he might join on a bit later, but he's finishing off some schoolwork. So
Yeah.
If he gets in here, that'll be his first time to actually come on to a stream. Even though, like, I've talked to him quite a bit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's nice to see that you're still here. And also, my newest video, I brought up that I had a Discord server at the beginning of it, and I linked it. And I'm going to be linking my Discord in all my future videos and trying to actually get it going. Actual Choke,
Discord.
Yeah, and Actual Choke actually let me advertise my Discord in her server, which was pretty awesome. I asked her beforehand instead of like just doing it because I felt like if I just went in and was like, oh yeah, by the way, I have a server if you want to join, I felt like that might be a little bit rude.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, I would feel the same way, right?
Yeah.
Mm.
If someone came on to like my Discord server just to advertise their Discord server and didn't like ask me if they could do it first, I'd be a little pissed.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I wouldn't have a problem with someone who's like always on Discord, Discord, or who's on my Discord actively enough. Is like, oh hey, can I like link my Discord server on your server? And then, I'd be like, oh yeah, sure, why not? You can go ahead. I'm not. But yeah, I mean, if you're like, if you're just like there to spam, it gets kind of annoying.
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah, I think I saw you. I don't know how to pronounce the screen name you have, but yeah, I think I actually saw you in the Discord server. I know that I saw you in an Actual Joke server, which was.
I thought I was in an Actual Joke server. Or.
Oh, I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm confused.
I was addressing someone in the chat who is like the most active person in the chat.
I tried to load the chat earlier. Couldn't get it.
I can talk my fucking ear off.
Kaya's asking if she can join. That's cool, right?
Yeah,
right there,
definitely. Like I said,
literally the link in the Rick.
Yeah, in the Rick.
In the Rick.
In the Sickle Rick.
No, this is now banned. This is now banned. You are now banned from leftism.
Fuck you. You're banned from my chat. You are the weakest link. Goodbye.
Mama, you are now blocked on this Facebook channel.
Wait, wait. Does Pedro still have me blocked in Discord? Just
no.
asking. Oh, okay.
If I did, I wouldn't have been able to talk to you at all.
Well, I mean, actually, fucking Ninja can still like send me messages and shit. Like, even though I've blocked him, I just don't have to look at them.
Yeah.
It'll say like blocked message, but I can click on the blocked message and it'll show me exactly what it said. Yeah. And I could send something to him.
Lord knows why you would ever do that, though.
Yeah, I mean, I would never do it because I just don't find any point. I don't find any point or substance in anything Ninja says.
Yeah, for like first 2 months it was entertaining, but now it's just okay. Nope, it's just pointless. It's even lost its entertainment value.
Yeah, don't jinx it, man. Last thing you want is those guys showing up right now.
Really? Because if they showed up right now, I mean, I'm mod, you're mod, Egan's mod.
I meant in the Hangout.
Yeah, well, yeah, I'm saying mod.
Hi, Pedro. Oh, sorry, I'm just now reading the chat.
Yeah, you're all. Yeah, when I say mod, you're all mods of like my channel. Like you can delete messages and block people from my channel. So like, you know, if they fucking latched on to the video, we could literally do like what I did on the Steve Shives chat, where I basically gave every one of my subscribers who was there at the time just mod power, and we just kept kicking out all these people that were coming in from the fact that Baring had linked my stream on his Twitter.
Yeah.
And it was very funny. Like, actually, that was when I gave you mod power too, Pedro, was
when you had Steve Shives on.
Yeah.
And you had to deal with
I had to deal with Jeff Holiday. Barry didn't actually fucking show up, but
Beering.
You're Michael Rollins, Beering, or as Beering would say it, Michael Rollins.
All right, Katya's here.
Fucking homophobe.
I mean, Baring is a fucking homophobe. I mean, there's no doubt about it.
Can someone explain what happened with the whole gay marriage thing in Australia? I'm not really up to the details.
Honestly, I think Twist might be like someone. Oh wait, never mind. I forget that you don't have a good relationship with Twist. Twist doesn't like you.
Yeah.
let's just make all of our fucking drama public. Hey, world.
Yeah, I was mod for like the Crossroads for one fucking day, and I was demodded right away.
But to be fair, I've already been in a Crossroads stream technically, so you know.
Here's a list of my greatest fears. This is my weak spot on my body. If you want to take me out instantly, and also here's my social security number.
Yeah, the Crossroads. A lot of people at the Crossroads tonight, especially the mods, don't have a good relationship.
I'm gonna show my ID on camera.
sounds like something.
I'm gonna do what Reen did and just post a picture.
Post a picture of my ID. Yeah. Don't dodge.
I mean, honestly, I'm glad that you fucking like deleted it, because like you know, like Reen may not like be he may be a bit reactionary, but he's 14. He doesn't need to be doxxed or like harassed.
Quality. Yeah, I agree.
He doesn't need his information. He doesn't need his information out there. So like,
should we advertise this on the Crossroads, or is that a bad idea?
Bad idea.
Yeah, that's probably a bad idea.
I agree.
I think it's probably a bad idea.
I agree. One time oh, sorry.
You got BTFO'd by Batgo.
Oh, God.
Yeah, I did.
Fuck it. You know. Yeah, you know, you shouldn't. Vegan would basically start fights with like everybody on the Discord, and it was like.
Yeah, it was really bad. Yeah. I'm glad I stopped.
You've been doing that less now, although, you know, when you first started coming back to Discord, you did immediately, like, say, person who fucks everything up, and I immediately, like, jumped on the fact that, like, you
oh, man.
on the fact that you're on your third character in D&D, and I killed one of them because your character decided to be a completely evil son of a bitch. So, like,
big mood.
Yeah, but now your character guy is all captured, so congratulations.
Okay.
Roasted. Destroyed by Vegan.
Hey,
by Vegan.
I played for that because and the fact that everybody else on the crew fucking voted. Now we're talking about our D&D game. We might as well advertise that.
Somebody should make a D&D game into an actual novel.
Oh yeah, I might as well say that. Like, I'm going to be hosting a Dark Souls D&D campaign. We might as well get 100 people knowing about that and just asking to like join.
Like, we could totally live stream the Dark Souls D&D campaign.
I mean, actually, I would totally fucking do that, to be honest.
That's not a bad idea. I don't do that with my own campaigns because I like them to be intimate. And also, no, Katya, we cannot hear you.
Oh. I mean, we are kind of talking over Katya, I feel that.
No, I can't hear them at all. I haven't heard them say a single thing.
I heard Katya say big mood earlier.
Hello?
Hi.
Hello, Katya.
Okay, good. I thought that I was doing something wrong.
Hello.
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 Hello. Wait, who joined? Did someone join?
I moved my mic, so.
It's just Katya.
I know it's just no. I was looking at the screen and I couldn't see anybody join, but I thought I heard someone like say hello, which made me think, oh, did somebody join? And I'm saying that was after Katya spoke, which actually I'm not sure if I should be calling them Katya on stream or not, but
It's
Yeah,
too late
I don't
now.
really care.
it's too late now.
Yep.
I mean,
Yeah, I guess it is too late now. Hi world. My name's Katya.
Fucking Kevin Logan calls me Rose on like every stream that I'm in with him because he like, although that again, I mean, also Michael Rowlands in like the latest stream that I was in with him. He basically introduced me as that he's like, wait, oh, I'm sorry, and like sent me a private message like, oh, I'm sorry, I'm not sure if I was supposed to say that. Although technically the first person to ever actually say my name on a live stream, although it was my dead name and before I like realized that I was a trans woman. I mean, I've been identifying as non-binary since high school, but before like I figured out that like I'm a trans woman or I lean way more feminine. Yeah, basically, she said my dead name, the name that can actually be used to track me down. If you looked that name up, if you looked that name up, you could have actually found me. And she literally ended the stream, deleted it, and then we started the stream over again. It was like,
I think I remember seeing that in my notifications, actually.
Yeah.
really,
that's,
this is way over.
I think so. Yeah.
It was way over a year ago.
Oh, never mind. It was a different stream then. I want to say, I don't know.
guys, Mr. Dapperton just uploaded a video called "Is Vaping Totally Gay?"
Oh my god!
I was literally just
Okay.
By the way, for everybody watching at home, the answer is yes.
That is true.
No,
immensely
it's
gay.
no, it's totally fucking straight. Vaping isn't cool. It's straight.
Heterosexual.
Fucking Reen kept responding to me with like, "Oh, that's gay," and then I'm like, "That's straight, Reen." Like, Reen, every time you say something gay, I'm just going to tell you that something you said is straight.
What was I gonna say?
I'm not super offended when someone says, "Oh, that's gay." I just think it's really like it just shows how ignorant the person is, and it's like, they're obviously offended by someone saying straight has like a positive connotation, but if you do it annoyingly enough, it will eventually annoy the piss out of me.
I say stuff that's gay all the time.
That's gay.
I'll be like, looks over at a cool looking dog. That's gay. Looks over at watches my favorite
That's why
movie.
I was saying.
That's gay.
Because
Yeah.
Well, I'm saying that vaping isn't cool. I'm saying it's straight.
It's
This is like hetero.
Gender normies.
Gender normie.
Gender normies.
Gender normies get out.
What about the gender criticals?
They're just cis trenders.
You're a turf. You mean cis trender?
Rose. Post-gender.
Yep.
Post-gender isn't the same as anti-gender. Okay, Rose.
TERFs are NASFEM.
Agreed.
But the thing is NASTROT is our future.
National feminism.
See, you know something's weird when I'm the one that's not making the NASTROT jokes.
I know, right?
So is Naz Trot when you have racial revolution?
Sorry there, I just fucking I bit into an ice cube and it hurt really badly, so I had to mute myself.
You bit into an ice cube.
I know that
Yes.
feel.
I
But
don't
fucking-
think I actually. Yeah, I do. Never mind.
Naz Trot, it's a play on like the word Naz. Instead of National Bolshevik, it's National Trotskyist.
Trotskyite.
Whatever. Whatever. Who gives a shit?
Try to find Naz Bowles were,
They have
and then
Naz in the name, therefore they're bad.
pardon me.
Like, it's actually kind of fucking sickening when you it makes it way less of a meme when you realize that Nazbols actually have like real, like the only like communist parties at the moment that have power, or supposedly communist parties that have power at the moment, are Nazbol parties in like Eastern Europe.
Some
Yeah,
of the, I
believe
think
it or
some of
not,
the
in
Nazbol
Russia, the only way that they were able to get a lot of the anti-gay legislation passed is by working with the quote-unquote communist parties.
Yeah, the Communist Party in Russia is super reactionary as fuck, which is really ironic.
Well,
I think
sorry, what were you gonna say?
I was rewatching this segment from an Adam Curtis where he funding like a conflicting groups. He was I can't remember the name of the fellow who did it. He's like an advisor to Putin who did this thing called nonlinear warfare. Send you a link to it because it's an interesting documentary. It's only like 5 minutes long.
Shit, I realized that I was like, I was trying to tell Vegan that I had muted them or muted her until, until she wants to talk, only because she was echoing, and that she can unmute herself when she wants to talk. I was just, yeah.
Yeah,
I
I saw
realized
that you muted me.
I thought that she was on push to talk anyways.
This isn't Discord. You don't do push to talk.
I mean, I basically used to do push to talk. Just like manually push the button every time.
I'm gonna try and move my mic.
I still have not yet figured out how to do push on to talk on a Mac. It's really I don't know. It didn't really work out very well.
I wonder what we're gonna watch tonight.
You know,
What, in the Crossroads?
No, that's tomorrow.
Vegan, first thing Vegan did was Vegan started fights with Twist. Vegan started fights with that show. Vegan even started a few fights with Pedro.
True.
Also, by the way, I'm like sorry if I like if I frustrated. I was just like really frustrated earlier and I like freaked out.
Oh no, dude, it's fun.
It literally, honestly, I think it's literally the time that I spent in the Crossroads and just like dealing with their shit just really kind of pissed me off. Like all of that just kind of like built up and I like exploded.
Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of glad that I took a break from there. So
Yeah.
I don't even know how the fuck I was promoted to moderator for like less than a day before I was
Shepard,
demodded.
it was Shepard who did it. Either because they thought you were a mod or as a meme. I don't know which one.
Shepard got actually demodded.
What?
Shepard got demodded for modding you, Vegan.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Okay, Shepard,
It is actually pretty funny. Vegan is like low-key still roasting people. Even completely unintentionally.
oh yeah, fucking. Oh, I'm going to keep fucking. You know what? I'm going to just out and say it publicly. Shepard, the Shepherd dog, is a piece of shit.
Oof. Them's fighting words.
Doesn't Shepherd Dog have this weird obsession and it has a weird tendency of fetishizing quote unquote traps? I fucking hate that term. Well, we do, but yeah.
Yeah. Let's not get into that though.
I mean, I kind of said it memeingly yesterday, and like I said, if like I ever offend like you, like Katya, Pedro, if I ever offend either of you, I can like actually stop it when I'm in the crossroads.
Mm-hmm.
Because unlike them, I actually give a shit who I offend, even if it's like reclamation.
Bruh, you are roasting the
Special
crossroads
snowflakes.
right now. I know, right?
Fucking Batco comes along and starts like saying shit about me, and it's like, well, you know, I had this coming.
Did Batco actually do that? Did you get
No,
roasted by Batco when I wasn't looking?
No, I was saying no, never. That wasn't what I was. I was saying like, you know, next thing you know, basically the line of thinking was like, oh, next thing you know, Batco just finds the stream and.
Next thing you know, Botco shows up to tell us that Australia isn't white supremacist.
Oof.
Oh yeah. Did he actually fucking say that?
Yeah, he said on Twitter that it was a multicultural society and that it wasn't a white settler colony. You know, just stupid shit like that.
Australia isn't a white settler colony. They just
Yeah,
came here
tell that to the
voluntarily.
Aboriginals.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
The Aboriginals voluntarily genocided themselves.
Don't you know that the Aboriginals invited the criminals from the United Kingdom?
But they got jobs.
Okay, it's multicultural does not mean that it isn't white supremacist. I mean, those aren't like those. You know, a society can be multicultural and white supremacist. Look at America. I mean, it's literally a multicultural.
Or Canada.
Canada.
Well, I might disagree with you there.
Fucking snakes. You know, it's STEM all over again.
I like Australia can't be white supremacist is just so stupid because like even up until like the 80s, like pushed off of their land to like do nuclear tests. It's like how can you like still be denying this? It's so dumb.
And he calls himself a leftist or an anarchist. Yep, anarchist.
That's the thing I don't understand.
He's he's a white anarchist.
These people are going around calling themselves left-wing nationalists and also calling themselves anarchists.
Those are literally directly contradictory.
Yeah.
But must stateless nations exist, man?
Whatever. I feel great because I got the anarcho-trappism tag. And the cross-dresser club tag.
Well, you know what? A stateless nation is a moral nation. How about that?
Yeah, I got those tags too. So wait, if someone mods me, they automatically get demodded. Wow, that's hilarious.
No, they modded you without asking or anything like that. Like there was no ever vote. So just modding anybody without like it being agreed upon is like it's a ban or not a ban, but they'll take away your mod power essentially.
Oh, I thought it was because they hate me or something.
Yeah, at this point, any political position with national in it is bad. Okay. Also, national is like, oh my god. I really don't get the idea that nationalism can be good, like for leftism.
Isn't Twist like a nationalist himself?
Yeah, but Twist isn't. Twist isn't an anarchist anymore.
Yeah, he's stopping an anarchist.
Wait, he's no longer Ancol?
Nope. No, he used to call himself. He used to call himself a Republican socialist, and now I don't know what he is.
What the fuck is he?
Yeah, I think he called it, like, he says that right now he's not really sure what his tendency is, but he's, you know, he's not really an anarchist anymore.
Mm-hmm. He says he doesn't use. He says he's not a Marxist though either. So.
I hope he doesn't pull a Toivo.
You know that literally pulls a Toivo, changes ideology every 5 seconds.
I mean, Toivo's literally like 13.
I don't call him anymore either.
Yeah, I don't
Calling-
follow enemy.
I think he's back to De Leonism.
Yeah, Toivo's I mean, he calls himself a De Leonist now, which is pretty funny to consider that he's literally come full circle. Because when I knew him when I first met him a few months ago, he called himself a De Leonist. Then he switched his ideologies like, I want to say at least 5 or 6 times, and now he's back to being a De Leonist.
It would be fucking awesome if Union Socialists joined the call, but it's like Union Socialists has Swedish internet.
I can invite Union Socialist if you really want me to.
I don't think Union Socialist is even what the point of it was going to be.
Isn't Union Socialist reactionary or something?
No, not really.
Oh.
Not really.
I think they used to be a little bit.
Yeah.
If I can recall correctly.
I think so. I don't know.
I feel like Ninja pushed a lot of the people calling themselves SJWs.
Yeah, that was the Ninja effect. That basically everybody other than Shepherd Dog, who was a hardcore anti-SJW, became like either neutral or intersectional because of him.
Yeah. Oh, fucking. You just completely roboted there.
Who, me?
Yeah. You roboted out when you were saying about the Ninja effect.
Yeah. Well, I was saying basically how it goes is he took everybody that was an anti-SJW and turned them into either neutral or intersectionalists because of how much crap he is.
Well, I mean, also, the word intersectionalism isn't a thing. Intersectionality is. It's called intersectionality, but Ninja calls it intersectionalism. Which also shows that he's actually read the theory that he claims to have read.
Mm-hmm.
He claims to have read intersectionality, but if he read intersectionality, he would know that it's called intersectionality, not intersectionalism.
The cult of Kimberly Crenshaw.
I know, right?
I know it. Ninja one time told me he claims that he's starting to read Kimberly Crenshaw so he can debunk her, and I have yet to see Ninja debunk her.
Well,
I don't believe that he's ever read Kimberly Crenshaw, like not even a little bit.
I'm not even sure if he can even read anything more than a 5th grade level.
No. No, he can read Mein Kampf.
When he goes to read Mein Kampf, he probably pronounces it me and Kampf.
Me and Kampf.
He pronounces that Rob Stein song, Mien Hers Brent.
Yeah, because Hitler was such a genius, man. That's why he started a war in Russia in the middle of winter.
Yeah, he was such a genius that he started a 2-front war with 2 superpowers.
Technically, what did
even get the...
Okay, I'm going to actually butt in here. Technically, Ninja's line is that Hitler was a very charismatic person. We need more charismatic people like that in anarchism, and then he literally just spouts white nationalist nonsense in general. I'm an anarchist. Spouts white nationalist nonsense, and then and if you don't think that I'm a real anarchist, you're just a dogmatic SJW.
Reading is dogmatic.
And Com 2017 or Comrade Kaleshnikov.
Have anybody heard
The
of...
thing that I don't understand about that fucking LARPy ass name is if he supposedly believes in a completely peaceful revolution, then why does his avatar have a uniform and a gun?
To kill SJWs.
to kill SJW.
So wait, Madcom and Ninja
Can't have a
Battle
piece-
SJWs and actual Nazis.
See, Nazis are socialists, as Ninja says. They're authoritarian.
They're National Socialists.
Yeah, they're national socialists. Socialism is right in the name. Socialists. I mean, shit. I feel like a lot.
Self-identify.
Yeah.
And
Well,
obviously, your DPRK is a People's Republic, man. It's in the name. It's not like Kim Jong Un and his family runs a place.
By their definition, North Korea, I guess that's a democratic People's Republic. I mean, it sounds like a fucking paradise if you ask me.
Well, if you ask Jason Unruh, it sounds like one.
Well, Jason Unruh is a fucking moron.
Yeah, he's reactionary as fuck.
Yeah,
See,
that's
Jason
where-
Unruh doesn't know a single thing about third worldism or about Maoism. Like, he tried to explain, like, in a video, global protracted people's war, and he literally had to repeat verbatim an article that somebody else had written on the topic.
Yeah, fucking. Also, the thing.
Mean plus value extraction.
Yeah, but also fucking another thing too about like Jason about the word moron. I recently found out that the word moron actually isn't ableist and it's simply meant to mean foolish.
I thought moron.
So you're simply implying that if someone's a moron, that they're foolish. You're not saying like, oh, they haven't.
Well, didn't in the old days, like in the 1900s, they would literally classify people with lower IQs as morons?
You're completely missed what you said.
I remember reading something.
Rose, I think it's just you because I was able to hear vegan just fine. I think
In the
you
early
heard me earlier too.
1900s or late 1800s, they would literally classify people with lower IQs as morons.
Okay, I'm looking at my internet. I'm not receiving it. Okay, so what did vegan say about the word moron?
She said that in the 1800s, people were classified as morons if they had low IQ.
No, that's the word idiot.
I mean, I've heard that too, though, is the thing. So
Yeah, but I looked up the etymology of the word. It comes from moros, it comes from moros, which is Greek for foolish.
that's good.
Although, actually, never mind. I mean, I haven't looked at the word. Actually, you know what? I haven't looked at the etymology of the word foolish to see if that has any ableist connotation. So it's actually never mind. I could be totally. But I mean, Jason.
it could be. It could also be from the word that means childish or something like that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, usually when I say that someone's a moron, I mean that they're like just kind of like childish and lack an understanding of what they're talking about. I mean, I try not to imply that people are unable to like learn about what they're talking about. I try and say like you're intentionally doing it, that you're just ignorant. I mean, I'm not that big of a fan of the words idiot and stupid, but I still use them quite a bit because sometimes I have a hard time thinking of other words. I mean, it's something that's like so prevalent in our lexicon that it's very hard to get out.
Yeah, you can't really avoid it.
Yeah.
Yeah, our culture is like literally seeped in ableism.
Well, I mean, we very much live in an ableist society. I mean, BPD people, they basically, they'll do stuff for attention, and then people are being manipulative. When really this is someone saying, like, I mean, I feel like Pedro would better, because Pedro was the one who kind of explained the concepts to me about how, like,
of ableism?
No, not ableism. About how, like, or not the concept, the way that people like treat BPD people, like, where they think that they're manipulative, but they're essentially trying to get attention because people have been refusing to give them attention.
Yeah.
BPD is very heavily misunderstood by society.
Oh, hey, Kulaks.
Oh, wait, is Gulak's in the... Where is
Oh, and
Gulak?
Stratagast.
Oh, have they not gotten in the call yet?
They both just joined the chat.
Oh, did you just send the link to, like, the chat room?
I sent it to the Rick, yeah.
Oh, they're here.
Pickle
But when
Rick.
When I say that... I'm Sickle Rick! That fucking... Actually, why the fuck am I repeating something Corpse said?
Oh, hey, Stratagast.
Hey,
Yeah,
I love
Pickle
that.
Rick.
Or as I should say, Strasser.
I love that in this chat. My icon is just a nice ass pair of titties and ass. Like on
What
the
is
sky.
that even? Like, I don't. What is that? I don't.
It's this
a man.
picture. It's back in like the 30s. Someone took an image of this guy walking, and it was like a diagram of brachiation. It's like part of anthropology. It's a really
Oh,
edgy.
okay.
It's a cool aesthetic. I like it, but it's funny to me that it's just like pecs and booty.
Yeah.
Guys, Naz Trot Rick.
Oh no!
But what about gender critical Rick?
I turned myself into a national Trotskyist, Morty. I'm Ned Trot Rick.
Did you guys see that? Did I send you guys the screenshot of the fucking perf with like the
Yeah,
Rick
Riggedy.
icon?
What was it? Like Riggedy? What was the name? Like
Rick.
Yeah, it was something like that.
like a gender. It was like gender critical Rick, and then like the screen name thing was like Riggedy something like.
Here, let me try to find it.
Like it.
Okay, Riggedy Radfem. There we go.
Oh my god, I remember that. You're talking about that Tumblr post, right?
Yeah, Tumblr is a special place.
Those are words.
Oh yeah. By the way, where the hell is Kulak?
Kulak's joined the chat. I don't know if he's joined the call yet, though.
Yeah, that's what I was asking. Did you send the link to the call or to the chat? I mean, now now
it's
things
the
are-
same thing, right? You just hit the join call button and then you're in.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
it took
I
me
mean-
a few minutes to figure that out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But the thing is that if you go into the chat, but you don't go into the like if you go into the chat but not into the video chat, like the link directly to the video chat gets you directly in it, and it's the one that you can send if you're like hosting a Hangout. Like if you're hosting.
Oh, Nickerdoodle.
Stop
directly to the-
molesting that dog.
Just tell me if there's any background noise right now.
I don't hear anything. Riley Olsen.
All right, just tell me if that changes.
Who's Riley Olsen? I don't know who that is.
Well, my dog
Isn't that DL?
Oops.
Riley Olsen? Yeah, that's DL.
Toivo actually accepted my friend request on Facebook.
I think. Oh.
Toy.
Stop. Hey, someone join the call.
Yeah, that's Riley Olsen. What's up, Riley?
I just love that it's a chess icon. It's just like a chess
Like a
board.
screenshot of some game of chess.
Yeah.
Also, a narco pack stole my shtick.
How?
He made a video about animal liberation.
Oh. Well,
thought
I
that
mean,
was-
you're not the only person that can make videos about animal liberation.
True. But that's
A
my
lot of people
niche,
tell
though.
me that that they think that I copy an Arcopack style of making
That's
videos.
weird. Why? I don't see that at all.
Style of is.
I what?
I said you copy the Jake style of making videos.
Oh my god.
Link to join the video chat directly.
There are people listening that probably think that I'm Jake.
You don't sound anything like Jake.
See, people tell me that I sound like Jake.
You don't sound anything like Jake.
All right.
Jake has a raspier voice.
That's what I was saying. Yeah,
That's
it's more abrasive.
That's because
Smart
she's
brain. He's got a mean. He's got a big, meanie ass voice.
You got an asshole voice. I didn't know that was the thing.
That's basically what you were saying.
An asshole
didn't
voice
know.
would be Paul Joseph Watson.
Yeah, that's an asshole voice. That's like a loose
Oh
ass.
yeah. Have you heard Paul Joseph Watts is the new YouTube centrist?
YouTube centrist.
Yeah, according to many people on YouTube, Paul Joseph Watts is a moderate.
That's
Like
really
Sargon.
sad if
Oh,
you think that he's a moderate. Like I'd hate to see like an extreme in that person.
I was gonna say.
Probably
DL
somebody
says,
who deserves to get punched.
DL says that they're in a ghost room in the Hangout and that they can't get approved or whatever.
I'm trying to get Kulaks to join the call, but like, sounds like a tanky name, but like a tanky. Kulaks is actually an anarchist, and also he doesn't use like all the people who got thrown in gulags. Yeah, all of them. They're just kulaks.
He's a collectivist anarchist.
Oh, that must mean he's ableist, as Vegan said. That was what Vegan literally would say to Twist, is like, you're ableist because you're a collectivist, and like he wouldn't elaborate on it, and I can see why like Twist would get annoyed. I mean, if I'm being totally honest, I can see how Vegan could like accidentally annoy somebody. Oh shit, there's only 2 people watching right now.
We scared them all off. We had 10 people and now they're all gone. There's
they're-
an inverse correlation between the amount of people you have in the call and the amount of people that are watching. It's also like 9 o'clock over there right now, isn't it?
Yeah.
In it?
Oh yeah.
In it, bruv.
Yeah.
Like I said, I'm doing this because, well, it was perfect because I'm completely alone in my house, and
Alone.
Quarter to
Alone.
over here.
Alone.
Alone. Alone.
2, 4, 6, 7. We've got 7 people in the call right now.
Yeah, DL says they can't join the video call because it just keeps saying that it's empty.
Yeah, that's
Well-
weird. I wonder if the same thing is happening to Kulaks.
Hey, I'm back. Sorry, I get something to eat, so I'm here.
Welcome back, vegan.
But vegan, what do you even have to eat being a vegan and all?
Vegan bologna and some
Vegan
tofu.
bologna.
Vegan bologna, what's it made of?
Vegan bologna.
I don't know, textured vegetable.
Vegan is full of bologna.
I'm also gonna take my pills, so
Vegan bologna, give me the formuoli.
Dear God.
Bologna sounds nicer than actual bologna.
Yeah, I agree.
All right, sweet. It's working now.
Hey, DL, how's it going?
All right.
Yeah, what's up? 2, 4, 6, 7, 8.
Yeah, I had to restart my browser in order to get this to work.
Weird.
Yeah, you just typed in gulags in the chat.
Yeah, of course I did.
I typed it to him in PM on Discord too. Fucking yeah. I mean, it's done that to me before. Where it's in like streams or like chat.
Yeah. Watching vegan eat that sandwich is making me hungry.
I
I
mean,
know, right? I'm starving right now. I just got some
to be fair, I literally started off this stream by eating. I was literally making food when. Oh, by the way, I ever asked like how you would like to be called in the stream? Anarcho or anarchist?
Oh, me,
Anarchist, yeah,
Mugwump.
Mugwump. Okay, so I can just refer to you as Mugwump.
Mugwump.
Or Andrew. That's fine.
And I mean, I tried to not use people's real names if they don't want people to know their real names. But yeah,
It's fine as long as no one knows my second name.
also, by the way, you live in the UK, Mugwump.
Yep. You can call me Andrew if you like.
Who let an Anglo in here?
You let an Anglo in here.
Anti-Anglo.
That's racist, Katya. It's racist against Anglos.
Racist against Anglos.
It can't be racist because Anglos aren't people like you and me.
We aren't.
It's true. Yeah, they're just apes that eat their own shit.
So I'm in this Sceneable chat, right? I think I'm gonna leave.
Yes.
It's pretty bad.
Oh, but
How bad is it?
Very, very, very.
Like,
Very
give
bad.
me an example.
It's just like 11-year-olds, like basically shouting every slur in the book.
Yeah,
So
I can
how is-
imagine that.
how is Sceneable himself like compared?
Sceneable himself is like very rarely ever around. It's just like everybody else. It's like Conservative Kid and all those other guys.
Yeah,
Is capitalism and stuff in there?
I think so. Hold on, let me check.
it's like a bunch of people.
Yeah, like
Capitalist
really
Kid is in
young,
there.
like YouTubers in general, like young political YouTubers, like they just blow my mind. Like you have fucking 13-year-old communists, and you have like a 9-year-old conservative, one of them.
Mhm.
I mean, the
Like
thing
it
is,
just
for very shit. When I was 9 years old,
no, my politics were shit when I was 13 too, but when I was 9, I didn't have fucking politics.
Yeah, same.
Yeah,
When I was 9. I was just gonna say when I was 9, I just played Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah, right. Oh my god, I mentioned that game earlier, and no one knew. Like, no one had
I
played.
just played Jack and Daxter.
I just play Call of Duty.
fucking Baxter. That was one of my favorite games of all time. To be honest.
Sup, Michael?
Binch. Oh, Michael Binch. This is Michael's first time on here. However, Kulaks can't seem to get into the chat.
So,
Freaking cool.
what? Is this not a normal Google Hangout?
No, this is live.
Live where?
It's on YouTube.
Gotcha. People are actually going to watch this?
People are watching it
Why?
because
Why?
That's a
What?
good point. Why? Why would they? Why would
Why-
anyone watch? Why would anyone watch your channel, Rose, who messes up everything? Comma.
as vegan, yeah, that's implying we can make fun of vegan.
I don't even know
Yeah,
why people watch my channel, to be honest, except for entertainment.
That was literally why.
Your video style is like the most, like you have fun with it. That's the
Mhm.
thing.
That's what I've been
True.
telling them.
Like think about it this way: who would you rather watch? Oh, this is the Finnish Bolshevik here, or this is the vegan anarchist.
Hmm. Yeah, good point.
I mean, I personally am nothing against the style. I have nothing against like the very serious style. I mean, I'm a very big fan of Jake's channel. I mean, I
Mhm.
think it proves that I'm not like against the very serious style.
Yeah.
You know what's funny is that I'm literally now like making waffles, even though like I've eaten plenty of shit today.
Yeah. I feel ya.
Okay, my circadian rhythm is completely different from staying up all night last night and falling asleep in a Discord chat.
Yeah, I got really high earlier, and now my brain feels like stale.
Yeah,
I think it's because I stayed up so late last night.
Stratagast was literally the last person I talked to last night, and fucking
I
as
know.
soon as he
We
left,
ended our conversation. I'm like, yeah, I need to go to bed. Like, I was like gripping onto consciousness.
I can tell though that like at for that whole 7 hours, none of the mods had gone into the chat, because if they had, I totally would have been in the AFK chat when I woke up, and I wasn't.
I thought the mod thing or the AFK thing was just it happened on its own.
It does happen on its own.
Oh, well, how long do you have to be like AFK for it to put you in the chat?
15 minutes, last I checked.
Oh, wait. Okay, 15 minutes. Well, okay, wait. Then how does the AFK thing work? Because I had it muted the whole night.
You might have been in the AFK chat, I don't know.
No, because, like I said, I woke up and I wasn't in the AFK chat at all.
I don't know.
So maybe I should make one of those for my server.
I really suck at like making my own server.
Do you have anything you want to talk about?
Nothing immediately at the moment, I guess.
We're down to one viewer, guys. I think that viewer is me, by the way.
Wow. I mean, I also have it open, so maybe it's a little bit
It's
inaccurate.
When
Yeah.
Pedro is literally the only one watching the server, they're on already.
That's funny. My server is actually pretty successful now. We're up to about 112 members.
Damn.
Yeah. One of the mods actually said something really, really, really stupid the other day, because there are a bunch of like lesbians in the chat, and they're always talking about, you know, how much they love their girlfriends, how much they love girls, things like that. And this mod was literally like, "Oh, we should make a lesbians chat, because I don't want to see that, but I don't want to mute general either."
I'm just imagining War Corpse being all like,
I don't want to see
War Corpse is preening his over the mention of lesbian.
I'm imagining Corpse Grinder in this chat now.
No!
No, keep his name out of this.
Corpse Grinder's not allowed anywhere.
Corpse Grinder, someone can have a chat with his mother on why you use condoms.
Doesn't War Corps know that like lesbian porn is actually made for straight men anyways, not for actual lesbians?
I don't think he gives a shit.
Just male.
Who cares about War Corpse?
Fuck it. No.
What about Corpse War?
What about he who dares not legislate?
Oh my god.
I wouldn't legislate, but I'm not a fan of race.
What about the anti-angle gang?
Wait, did nobody invite Jake?
Jake's offline right now.
I mean, Jake's in that in the RIC, so the link's there.
Yeah, Jake is offline right now. She's doing something with her well, she's doing something in IRL space.
Yeah, get the link to go directly.
I love how Jake has the Daddy Stalin tag in RIC.
Oh my god.
Daddy.
I don't know what's worse. I feel like that makes it a little bit worse.
Rose, is something wrong with your mic?
It's not my mic, it's my internet connection.
Oh, okay. I thought it was probably my internet connection.
I've been more worried because right next to my speaker.
Yeah.
Bringing it forward because the lead is so short.
Grump Gang.
Myself between.
I'm gonna see if Miguel can join this.
Gal. Oh shit! It'll be completely. Oh, 2 viewers now. I think they're both watching. Pedro. Hi, Kathy and Pedro. And do you enjoy watching yourselves on stream?
I mean, are people really just trying to watch us talk about Discord memes?
No, I feel like Ben educated people.
Yeah, like everything we're talking about is just like an inside joke.
Yeah.
Hey, y'all want to know about my celebrity crush?
What white
Isn't it
leftist
Chelsea
trend
Manning?
goes at this time, vegan?
Chelsea Manning.
Yep, we knew it was a white. It's always
It's not always a white leftist.
what about guys?
I don't know very many black leftist people on the internet. It's bad. Except for like Reg Flower.
To be fair,
I don't know.
to be fair, there's not very many leftists in general online on YouTube.
Yeah, and the leftist is like disproportionately white, including me.
I mean, most black leftists I know are real life black leftists as opposed to
Yeah.
I mean,
Well,
I
there
feel
was
like
Garage Autonomous, but I haven't watched him because I felt like he's too close with Jenny McDermott.
Yeah, isn't
he's
Black Autonomous? Do I have him confused with somebody else, or is he like a turf?
no Garage Autonomous,
Oh, okay.
and the person who where he basically was defending Jenny on the whole like trans people shouldn't use the bathroom because women have some legitimate concern. Because last time I checked, paranoia and legitimate concern are synonyms. You know, or irrational paranoia and legitimate concern is the same thing apparently.
Yeah, I just don't. I just don't get it anymore. I just have no time for like transphobic nonsense.
I should really take Garage Autonomous off my recommended channels if I already haven't.
I mean, Jenny, or she like.
I could barely understand you. Sorry, Rose.
Jenny McDermott has like always been a piece of shit, even before she like started going on more turfy rants.
I don't even know why I fucking watched her. She's just bad. I've stopped watching her after.
I should have told you when you started watching her that you know that she's like a really shitty person, right? And you were like, I don't know. She's really funny, anti-feminist.
Yeah, then she started going to turfy rants and like, okay, this is not cool anymore. And then she keeps doing it after. I'm like, oh god, I got to the point where after so many rants, I'm like, yeah, unsubscribe. I'm not going to watch her again.
Listen to me. Your last character is because you didn't the fucking robot. The robot who logics everything with an unconscious person.
I got none of that.
Probably not a probably, but there's someone nearby
I
and you
can't
don't
understand anything that you're saying.
fuck. God damn it.
You need to hit your router with a stick.
Is Rich Flowers a leftist YouTuber? I know he's a vegan of color YouTuber, but I don't know if he's what we consider a leftist.
I'm not sure.
I think you might enjoy Rich's Flowers content.
I mean, I think that I have like I've never been a fan of like the vegan YouTube. I'm okay with vegans and not the YouTube community because the vegan
No,
YouTube
no,
community.
Rich Flowers is like completely different. He actually defends intersectionality against a notorious white vegan who goes by a natural vegan.
I'm not implying that he's bad. I'm just saying that like I've never been involved in vegan YouTube for like those reasons, just in general.
I don't even watch most vegan YouTubers. Only a few vegan YouTubers I even watch anymore at this point. Most of them are just disgusting. Even then, I feel like I use mostly what?
Vegan Games is a right piece of shit. I mean, if we're being completely honest.
Vegan Games is just weird.
He's beyond a piece of shit. Honestly, like, I'd rather watch Star Wars videos.
Misogynist and a racist. I mean,
yeah, it's kind of weird. Yeah.
Although that's a common theme among YouTube. I mean,
how the hell
didn't Games like say he wanted to stab
blackface
Repsion?
and is actually black and understand how bad blackface is actually being black.
okay, he actually said that he wanted to kill Mr. Repson. That is something he actually. I mean,
you said worse than that.
To be fair, Daniel Sulzbach isn't like Daniel Sulzbach.
Repsion. I'm just saying, like, isn't that a thing that he did? That's.
Oh, I didn't think you were. I'm not going to just say something, but I do. But I think I should kill you.
Fuck Mr. Epsilon.
Vegan Games
I
were
don't
one
think I'm
time
gonna
says
be like reviews movies.
I have a question. Why would anyone fuck Mr. Repson?
Yeah, that's a good question. I can't. Don't have a good answer for it. Like, there's no real reason.
I know, like, why would a woman fuck someone like Mr. Repsion? There's so many people nicer and better at everything than him.
I mean, like I said, why would anybody fuck Mr. Repsion? Piece of shit.
If that fucker has gone laid, it's a miracle.
12.
I remember I used to watch Mr. Epsilon back when he was like a really cringe Christian guy.
Yeah, I used to watch him when he was in the early 80s.
Honestly, I think he became even worse as an atheist than he was as a Christian.
Yeah, like he just went full amazing atheist.
I don't even know. I don't even know if the amazing atheist though has like said that he wants to like deport immigrants.
Some geek got random geek.
I mean, like the amazing atheist has just done so many shit.
Familiar with the Amazing Geek or whatever their name is, so I
Wait,
think
did
you might
Mr.
want to
Repsion
introduce
really
it.
say that?
Hello, I'm here. I just got off work.
On a bus, right? A Seattle bus?
Yes, I am on a Seattle bus, and no Nazis around me.
I have never met
Buddy.
a random geek guy.
I mean, I've seen him mostly viewer. He left it. I'm actually not sure if he.
I'm sorry I didn't hear that. Unfortunately, your phone is like not very good.
Yeah, and I barely can
it's
hear Rose
very
too.
choppy.
Yeah, like I said, my internet doing when my router. Yeah, I mean, I'm like completely on. I'm actually going to.
Can random geek guy introduce himself to me because I'm not familiar with him.
Well, I mean, like I said,
I'm just a subscriber to American Anarchist on his second Patreon, I believe, and I've just been, I learned of American Anarchist through Christy Winters. And so, yeah, I definitely have listened to the Hangouts that he has hosted and he has been on. So yeah, that's me. I'm just some random geek.
Oh, okay.
I'll say you actually got my gender wrong. My but yeah, I actually was on with someone the other day, or the other week.
Yes, I was on a hangout with Rose and Kevin Rogan on Michael Rowan's Q&A celebration hangout. Yeah.
There's a reason I have the always inebriated role on my Discord server. Well, one, because I gave it to myself, and two, because I'm always inebriated.
I just got off work, so I can't be inebriated. So, but when I get home, that can change.
You know, back in the day, people used to be inebriated just to get through work.
Back in my day, people used to be inebriated during work. But
what does inebriated mean?
Back in my day, when I was a little boy, all the other children and I would just run around all inebriated and loud.
But them damn tards regulated alcohol.
Yeah, but the damn liberals, they put in regulations. Yeah, and their fucking child labor laws too. Like, what the fuck?
Damn.
Back in my day, we used to drink hose right out the water.
Oh God.
Instead of drinking water out the hose, you drink the hose out of the
Back
water.
in my day, the hose used to drink out of me. If you know what I'm saying.
I don't even know how that's
fucked.
My kid.
It was hose in the slut shaming way.
Body.
That took you explaining it to me for me to get it. I completely missed it because it's like HOSE.
Yeah, I was saying it like HOES.
Yeah. So like the things that they use in gardening, those hoes.
Yeah.
I mean, it's spelled the exact. Oh, who just?
We just lose someone.
Oh, it looks like Katya dropped out. I mean, before some random geek got in here, it was just Discord chat. But I wonder if some random geek has something that he'd like to talk about.
Do you guys know about like Des Coplin's like joke and how the drama that happened around that?
Yeah.
The one around or no, not Tommy Loren. Whoever it was. Wait,
Tommy Lauren.
It was Tommy Lauren who got hired by Fox News, and he said something about her being on her knees. Yeah, I mean that wasn't exactly cool.
No, that was Megyn Kelly, wasn't it?
No, I think it was Tommy Lauren.
No, it wasn't Kelly who the tweet was about. Megyn Kelly left Fox News, or not left it, but she sued Fox News. So that was what she was one of the big people in the whole Fox News like sexual harassment suit, but he was making a joke around that where he implied Tommy Loren was on, like, oh, I wonder why you're always on your knees. And I remember you now work for Fox News. Dick says some problematic things sometimes. This isn't the first time that he said something that wasn't like cool.
But then he like handle about it. He was like he went easy about it. Like that's probably the wrong way to put it. Like, he went nuts about it.
Yeah, Tim Blake described it that like Dick Coughlin went full edgelordy in response and doubled down, and that was a bigger problem than the joke itself. And I agree with that assessment by Tim Blake.
I mean, Tim. I mean, Tim usually has some pretty good hot takes on stuff like that. I mean, honestly, though, I mean, this is actually a genuine, like, this is actually a pattern that I've seen with Dick Coughlin before, is that he makes a joke that's, like, really not cool and really, like, offensive. And then when people, like, say that it's, like, really not cool and really offensive, he goes, like, he then, like, doubles down trying to defend it.
I have seen other comedians do that too, where it's like the audience cringed and then the comedian goes, "Oh, shut up!" I forgot which comedian did that though. It was on Conan O'Brien like years ago, but yeah, I can see that reaction.
I mean, yeah, that's actually. I mean, yeah, that's. I mean, Dick is a comedian, so I mean, it's not that surprising that like he'd essentially have the typical comedian reaction to being called Dick is like that person. But I do think that, like, I think it might, like, I do think that Dick should probably admit that he's wrong. I don't think that he will, but I think that would be the right thing for Dick to do, though.
Yeah, I mean, even Louis C.K. would, like, he tries to be as careful as possible, but sometimes he will, like, tell a joke that didn't land, and because of the content of the joke has, like, upset people, and so, yeah.
I mean, Louis C.K. has made some, he's made some jokes that are, like, definitely not okay. I mean, I think every comedian has done it at some point, and, like, comedians tend to have this, like, reaction where they don't want to, like, just admit that something they said wasn't cool. They kind of just want to like defend what. We get that you didn't mean anything by it, but like, can you acknowledge that it had a negative action? That like, it may have not been the best thing for you to do. I mean, the whole point of an apology isn't to like make everything better; it's to acknowledge that you fucked things up. Like, you know, it's not like, oh, yeah, everything's better because I apologized, you know. I apologize for believing that the Holocaust didn't happen, you know. But it didn't harm anybody because I apologized. No, that's not how it works. When you apologize, you're basically acknowledging that, hey, you did something that really hurt people, and you're trying to like eventually make amends for it. I mean,
Speaking of apology, my mom actually thinks that Obama goes on apology tours of America, and he knows the Fox News line. Like, I don't know, I've listened to lots of Obama speeches, and he sounds like an American exceptionalist like 3/4 of the time.
I wish that he went on apology tours. We need someone to go on apology tours for America.
Conservatives don't know what nuance is, so.
I mean, someone's going to bomb us.
Most people can't handle nuance, so they listen.
I feel like Obama will go on apology tours at some point in time.
Yeah, if only Obama went on an apology tour, that'd be good.
I mean, there's a lot of time.
That'd be pretty cool of him.
When is Obama going to apologize for all the people he murdered with his drone program?
No, he's got to keep bragging about that. He'll say he made
maybe if Bernie got elected, he would have gone on an apology tour. I don't know though. I'm not sure.
What about a TJ Kirk apology tour? Sorry, I'm white. Sorry, I'm male.
You know, at this point, I feel
yeah. Bernie should go on an apology tour, TJ Kirk style.
Honestly, I think everybody who either voted for the Iraq War or at least voted to fund the Iraq War should be prosecuted for war crimes. Cough, cough, Bernie, because he voted to fund it because he's too much of a coward to actually vote for it.
Oh, you mean to vote against?
He voted against a war, but he voted to fund it because he's a slime ball.
Well, he's a politician. I mean, ultimately, should be they definitely need to be held responsible for all the deaths decisions have led to. We can't let them forget that they've made decisions that led to thousands of people dying. It's not like when an individual person makes a mistake. Like when you're president, one mistake can lead to thousands of deaths. Or if you're a person, one mistake leads to a person being a bit annoyed, another person being a bit annoyed.
And
I
also
don't-
Trump the other week actually threatened to commit genocide against not just Kim Jong-un but his entire country on fucking UN live, and that goes against the UN charter. But when is America gonna get prosecuted for that shit? Oh wait, we never do.
That's like asking the police to prosecute themselves.
No other country.
Our media is all like, yeah, when are we gonna nuke people?
Yeah,
I wanna.
And Fox News right now is Fox News wants to nuke North Korea. MSNBC wants to first nuke Russia, then nuke North Korea.
Well, I'm watching videos of otters right now, so.
And it's funny because the rest of the world, except for the few nuclear powers, actually voted to do some nuclear disarmament. But fucking America and Russia and a few other nuclear powers didn't want to do it.
I mean,
Rose, I have to correct you. Fox News wants to nuke Venezuela, then North Korea, or maybe the other way around. MSNBC wants to nuke just Russia, then North Korea.
I mean,
literally
what
every country,
like the U.S., Britain, France, Russia, North Korea, Israel, Pakistan, India. Anyone else?
They all want Israel to nuke Palestine.
Or you mean they all want Palestine to be part of Israel? You mean?
No, the media. They all want Israel to nuke Palestine.
They want Israel to
nuke Iran.
Yeah, they want Israel to nuke Iran, to BH.
Yeah.
How about we just get rid of all those nukes? They're more trouble than what they're worth.
Well, I know one country that would never give them up.
You mean the only country that actually uses them on another country?
Never have their dream.
Yeah, America's definitely not going to give up their nuclear program, not willingly.
Yeah, America was one of only 6 countries actually opposed the nuclear disarmament agreement at the international stage.
Yeah,
That's the thing is like puppet states, like the Marshall Islands or something.
Yep. Also, we're expecting North Korea to disarm, but we've got our nuclear arsenal is way more expensive than North Korea's. So but when are we going to get rid of our nuclear stockpile? We want
American. Obviously, the United States can't do imperialism. That's what the other guys do.
And it also should be noted that many times the Russians did try to work with the United States, but every time the U.S. just turns their back on them.
And then DL literally when you're a tanky, you just have the opposite line of thinking, which is only the U.S. can do imperialism.
Oh yeah, Russia isn't big enough to be imperialist, apparently.
Yeah, except Russia's literally the largest country by landmass on Earth. So yeah, good luck.
Well,
like,
I mean, it's
yeah,
not
all
about.
those like native Siberians totally didn't get wiped out. Like the entire, I mean, it's the Russian Empire. You don't get an empire without imperialism. It's kind of in the definition.
It's kind of in the empire is kind of in the name imperialism. You know, did you forget that part that says imperial? Yeah. Yeah, the Russian Empire didn't get that, or the Soviet Union didn't get that big through just peacefully. No, it got that big through annexation, and I'm pretty sure annexation is a major part of that annexation is a major part of imperialism. I mean, you cannot annex a state without being imperialist, or annex another state without being imperialist.
You can, however, not annex another country while still being imperialist.
Of course. I mean, because imperialism isn't just annexation. But yeah, you don't annex a place without being imperialist.
Part of the reason, like, the Middle East is such a shit heap now is because, and Russian imperialism, like, they started by invading Afghanistan.
And then fucking European powers drew the borders at the worst possible places and made countries that shouldn't exist, like Iraq, which should be 3 countries at least. But of course, it's never the European powers to the West that invaded in the first place.
You know, we also put like dictators in power, including Saddam, and we overthrew Saddam.
But you're just being biased. You have to learn the other side, man.
Yeah, but the other side is revisionist, so fuck their argument. Fucking revisionists. You know, when one side is revisionism and one side is just a recanting of actual historical events, you know, the listen to both sides argument falls apart even quicker than like when you're actually dealing with like political opinions like Nazism versus communism. Especially if someone's trying to argue that they're essentially the same.
Speaking of bullshit, have you heard about Trump's tax proposal?
No, I haven't, but sure is not good.
It's not.
I mean, Bush era tax cuts again, right?
Let's destroy the economy, guys.
Yeah, like trickle down really works, man.
All right,
Destroying
trickle down economics works, all right? So first, we give all the money to the rich people. That's it.
Because they're so generous, and they're of course going to like give it to like the poor people. Of course, they're not greedy. They don't want to keep it all for themselves. Well, not all of them.
I mean, there's this thing called economic velocity, right? And so what this means is what percentage of like a person's income that they spend. So this is very important because it shows that it's actually better for the economy, whatever that means, for money to be in the hands of poor people because they spend about 100 to 110% of their incomes, whereas like the very wealthy spend something like between like 20 and 40%. So that money's not getting pumped back into the economy because it's not really the rich people that create jobs in a capitalist economy. It's like consumer demand, and rich people having money lowers demand.
Yeah, well, yeah, if rich people have money and poor people can't afford anything that the rich people are making, that creates a system where, you know, none of the consumer goods that the rich people are making, there is no demand for it because nobody can afford it.
And we're also going through a similar. We're also going through a similar process with automation, where literally so many people being replaced by technology that is going to get to a point where the capitalist class would need people to buy their products, but no one's hired because robots
That's why
own
they're
most of the jobs.
that's why they like universal basic income.
Well, yeah, it's a bad.
Also, also the biggest problems with the under capitalism is that capitalism essentially creates a system where automation is going to fuck people over. Where if you have automation in communism, what happens is that automation under communism, you essentially have a system where automation frees some people from their jobs as opposed to they're going to have to work less, as in and it's going to be a good thing because, well, they can now do something that they enjoy, something else better with their time that they want to do, as opposed to being forced to work.
Like Oscar Wilde did
yeah.
modern socialism.
Yeah, you also literally cannot you literally cannot automate everything because, well, there's always going to be maintenance, but it's easier to maintain a robot than it is to what the robot is doing. It takes way less time, it's way less resource intensive. And it's way less time intensive than having humans do it. So, or way less time intensive for the humans. You can't automate under capitalism. Well, you can. But that's just what happens when you're eventually mass murder. Essentially, people are going to be unable to buy the products that are produced by the robots. And so they're either going to have to stop it with the robots and artificially they're going to have to artificially create I'm trying to think of the word. They have to essentially artificially create they have to automate things.
Well, actually, David Graeber talked about a concept called bullshit jobs, where basically jobs that don't serve any real purpose but just exist so the company looks good.
Oh, that's what David Graeber talks about a lot.
Hey, Southern.
Yeah, like literally, the reason why people are still employed, a lot of it is because of bullshit jobs.
I think any initiative that's like tried to create job, any government initiative try to create job is probably just going to end up creating those kind of bullshit jobs, in my opinion.
We just made a new committee in my student org, for like propaganda purposes, and we decided to call it the Ministry of Truth.
Stop this.
Our group chat's called Minitru.
This is the future that liberals want.
Disconnect.
But guys, Antifa is gonna come breaking our doors if we ever stray from the left, man.
Everyone knows
Antifa,
that
a bunch of
Antifa
violent
is liberals.
thugs.
Oh yeah, everyone that doesn't agree with me gets the bullet. That's Antifa's motto.
Can't hear anyone.
Did you see all those violent anti-fascists who just hate people for being white who stormed the beaches of Normandy?
Yeah,
against peaceful protesters.
Yeah, I mean, those alt-left thugs who came charging at us at Normandy. In Normandy, 1944 or 1945.
44.
44. Yeah. What about those alt-left thugs who stormed us on Normandy? I mean, I don't think Trump is a literal Nazi, but I think that his capitulation to neo-Nazi and white nationalism is very dangerous and is cause for concern.
I think Trump is a white nationalist and a white supremacist at least, in my opinion.
I mean, I just think those are, Ideologically, I think he's just kind of a classic sort of corporatist, in like the same sense like a political machine operator is.
Yeah.
Of course,
Essentially-
he flirts with various elements present in things like fascism, and of course, like white nationalism is a big part of his.
Well, I mean,
thing.
those elements keep him in power. I mean, those elements were what
Yeah,
got him
they're
into-
instrumental elements of who he is, but he's not just like a classic fascist.
He's not like he's not like a literal Hitler or anything like that.
Sorry.
The point is that he doesn't really hold any of these ideological tenets. It's just he shares similar virtues and reasonings.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Also, I know Southern Anarchist's real name now. I'm not gonna say it because we're on a live stream and I don't.
It's not even my real name.
He legitimately does seem to want to appease fascists, though.
You make a fake name. I guess I didn't think of that, but like, yeah. Even
yeah, Tristan, you can make a fake name.
Who's Tristan?
What? Why would I make a fake name for an alternate account? What?
Yeah, why would I make a fake name for an alternate account? Herm.
My sock puppet has my real name, obviously. My real name, of course, is Sock Puppet.
My sock puppet. Although I have docs, so like my real name is, or my legal name is public information, and it actually did. Funny enough, Tristan is the actual like legal name that like I have. I don't know if that was coincidence or if like some random geek actually knew it, but like, you know.
I am remembering back from your old Hangouts, I think. So it's kind of like a callback.
You know, it was already there. I'm not really taking issue with it. I didn't know whether you just like happened to like know it or if you just like were saying like a name that you thought of, because I found out that the name like Tristan is becoming way more common nowadays. Like I remember when I was a kid, when I was like a little kid, I never met anyone else with like the same name, but like now I kind of like see it around everywhere. Actually, even just as I got a little bit older, I started seeing it around like in general, like even like off the internet, like, you know.
My real name is Jonathan. You meet a lot of Jonathans and Johns in the world, so I kind of like have an opposite problem.
Yeah.
No, there were seriously two other guys in my high school that had the same last name as me. Fortunately, we're very distinguishable. There was me with a mullet in high school, the other kid who was in a wheelchair, and the third one being black. I did play baseball with the black one, so that was fun.
Yeah, so you had the same last name, you had the same first name too?
Yes, exactly. That was confusing.
This is Jonathan, and then this is also Jonathan.
No, seriously, my mom, I left my lunch at home, so my mom went to school, and she went to the classroom of Jonathan. I don't mind giving out my last name, Jonathan Scott, and she saw the classroom. She's like, wait a minute, my son's not here. Jonathan Scott here, and so it was the black one. And she's like, this is not my son.
This literally sounds like a very generic name. Like, what? Like, you're not gonna get any information if you look up and find a million John Scotts on the internet.
There's a famous one that apparently went through a divorce, and my coworkers was like, hey, I heard you're going through a divorce. It's like, what? I didn't know I had a TV show on the HGTV.
I'm going through a divorce. Damn it! I didn't even know I was married.
Divorce.
Divorce? What's this?
Every time you say divorce, it just sounds so cute.
Fucking. Have any of you seen the season of Rick and Morty? The newest episode of Rick and Morty, that was like fucking hilarious.
Stop this.
A lot of Rick and Morty for some reason. I haven't watched it in a while.
Do you have
I haven't seen Rick and Morty either. I've been meaning to. That's on my list of like things to watch, just like Game of Thrones and stuff like that.
I want to watch.
I haven't watched anything. I haven't watched Rick and Morty since the season 3 premiere. I didn't watch anything after that.
For a long ass.
To be fair, you have to have a
what's
very
on
high
Cartoon
IQ to understand Rick and Morty. The humor is extremely subtle, and without
I
a
don't think
solid
you have-
grasp of theoretical physics,
I don't think
most
you
of the jokes will go over the typical
It's
viewer's
a
head.
meme.
There's also Rick's nihilistic outlook, which is
Nihilism.
definitely woven into his
Okay, it's annoying when
characterization.
people are. It's really annoying when people are just like obsessively just say, "Oh, the show's nihilistic."
Well,
Like, okay,
his
you don't
personal
need to remind
philosophy
us.
draws heavily from Narodnaya, Wolia literature, for instance. The fans understand this stuff. They have the intellectual capacity to truly appreciate the depths of these jokes, to realize that they're not just funny. They have to say something deep about life. As a consequence, people who dislike Rick and Morty truly are idiots. Of course, they wouldn't appreciate, for instance, the humor in Rick's existential catchphrase, "Wubba lubba dub dub," which itself
they
is a cryptic reference to
This
Turgenev's
person's reading
Russian
the giant
epic
copy
Fathers
pasta,
and
in
Sons.
case you all didn't know.
I'm smirking right now, just imagining one of those adult-pated.
Of course, it's a fucking copy pasta. Of course, it's a
as
fucking
Van
copy
Orman's
pasta.
genius wit unfolds itself to their television screens.
Holy shit!
What fools! How I pity them. And yes, by the way, I do have a Rick and Morty tattoo. And no, you cannot see it. It's for the ladies' eyes only.
I'm going
And
to
even
end my life.
That demonstrates that they're within 5 IQ points of my own, preferably lower beforehand.
You can't prefer to be.
you both are you both are you both are pieces of shit, and I can prove it mathematically.
This is no. This is what's wrong. This is what's wrong with society, right there. That is what's wrong with society.
Well, to be fair, you have to have a relatively high IQ
Picture
to
of
understand.
Antifa.
Oh yeah, I mean, fucking.
Shit.
I mean, I'm probably going to call this like Hangout.
That's like
because
that's like neoliberalism in like a couple of minutes. What you just gave to us.
Yes.
Why isn't there an adult cartoon that's actually very progressive and communistic and anarchistic?
I don't know. Maybe because television is capitalist.
am I the only one having like issues like on my end hearing things like just kind of roboting out?
I think that's just you, man.
What we need to do is crowdfunded. We need to crowdfund a new a new show.
Crowdfunded leftist propaganda.
I'll start the revolution, a cartoon show.
Crowdfunding leftist adult comedy.
But don't we already get enough funding from George Soros?
Where's my George Soros check?
Yeah,
Speak for yourself.
I think we have enough money. I think we have enough money from Soros that we can like produce propaganda.
Where's my money?
Yeah.
Like nobody's from my ever has actually gotten George Soros money.
I want
it's on
fucking
Patreon.
check.
You gotta make a Patreon account and then you'll get all George Soros money.
Yeah, it's literally a guy who calls himself George Soros.
Can't wait for like George Soros. I can't wait for George Soros to give like money to like the
Not George
8% of the 8% of people who approve Antifa.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Did you know that Antifa is controlled
Imagine with
opposition?
someone
Antifa is controlled
who
opposition.
chanting George
Cenk Uygur says so. Therefore, it must be
Soros.
true.
What is the actual controlled opposition?
What?
You know the alt-right is the actual controlled opposition, and there's actual billionaires and millionaires that fund the alt-right.
Wait, controlled opposition.
I mean, the right wing has always in its entirety has always been controlled opposition from the right to neoliberalism. Anyway, so.
Yeah, but
The
literally there's like billionaires and rich fucks funding the alt-right, but nobody ever talks about that.
Well, I mean, Cenk Uygur, like, literally, like, tried to say that Antifa was controlled opposition paid for by the right wing.
Yeah, like the opposite is true. Right.
Provocateurs, essentially, like, no, actual agent provocateurs go into anti-fascist groups, into leftist groups, and try and get them to become as violent as possible, so that they can make arrests. And they try to make sure that the violence isn't going to actually change anything about the status quo, as opposed to like actual Antifa organizing, which tends to the way anti-fascist organizing actually works is like 95% of what they do is non-violent. Basically, like staking out fascist groups and essentially releasing the identity of fascists so that people know who the fascists are. I mean, you have to know. Like, people deserve to know who the fascists are. You know, there's this anti-doxing stance that's taken by like liberals, and I do think that for the most part, doxing should be done, and it may not always be the smartest of ideas. But, you know, if you're going to complain about the fact that the neo-Nazi got outed as a neo-Nazi who's on the internet, and, you know, the world needs to know.
I think it's like millennial wolves got doxxed. That whoever did that did a good job.
I mean, people need to know who, like.
I don't know how such a loser he is.
You should know who, like. You should know if you're dealing with a fascist that you're dealing with a fascist. I mean, because if they're a fascist and you're not, or they're a fascist and you're someone who is marginalized, it's going to like hurt you. You're gonna need. You want to have defenses. You want.
Someone explain what's going on with the whole MythCon thing.
Oh, the MythCon thing. Didn't they invite Mythicist Milwaukee? Didn't they invite Amos Yee or something?
No, there's a development. Yeah, they were originally invited Amos Yee. He was going to come to the con, but like after the outrage and people saying, "Don't you know what Amos Yee has said?" and people showing Amos Yee's tweets about that, about child pornography and stuff like that, they contacted Amos Yee, asked him about his stance on those things. He says, "Yeah, I believe that. I still believe that." And they said, "Okay, we're not inviting Amos Yee." So they've actually disinvited Amos Yee. He's not coming to MythCon.
Bearing and Sargon are so much better, apparently. You know, I mean, they're not as like scummy as Amos Yee, but like, that's a very low bar. It's a very low bar to hop over. I think I'm going to actually call this, since it seems like the chat is kind of like dead and not a lot of people are watching.
I was watching, but then I joined.
Yeah. Oh, nice. So, I mean, I think I'm going to call it a night. What do you guys think?
Yeah.
Rip.
Rip. Yeah, Lynch with the rip. All right.
Rip it.
So, I call it a night. Thanks to everybody who watched, whether you're still watching or not. Last year.
Subscribe to the Vegan Anarchist. He's the best ever.
You're the best ever.
She's the best. Or she's the best.
What? Sorry. All right, so I guess I'll stop the broadcast then. See you all later.